Let me give you a great example for a video description for a YouTube video. Here, you usually see, like in this case, we have a text that describes the video, which is human readable. But as you can already see here I typed it into, and here the tool, the Morning Fame Keyword Research tool, marks the target search terms and the words in that search term, so that we basically can see how this search term is ingrained into the video description. Yeah, the idea is that you put these search terms into the video description, and this way you not only have a well-written description for humans, but also the YouTube search algorithm can analyze that and understand where your video should rank. Of course, as part of this series, we talked about how to rank for multiple search terms at the same time with the past episodes about how you write your video titles. But there is a big issue, right? The video title has only very limited space where you could put search term into it. So the next best thing that you can do is to put additional search terms into your video description. And this you can see also very well here in the tool. If you click the highlight tags, then it underlines in a pink underline the additional search terms that I put into this description. And that is what I want to talk about today, how to use this to our advantage, because this way the video not only ranks for the target search term. Here we see my video ranking number 1 for the target search term that I also put into the title, but also when we switch to another search term, rank videos on Google, then you see it is part of the description here, and it's now also ranking number 1 for this search term. So that's basically the idea. You expand your reach, you give the YouTube search algorithm more information to rank your videos. And as I said already, the title is very limited. If we take this title here, for example, if I would add rank videos on Google here at the end of the title, then the title wouldn't really sound great anymore, and also maybe truncated at some places on YouTube, so people can't even read the latter part of the title. So we use the extra space we have in the video description to add those search terms. But you might think we could also use tags for that, but nowadays tags are getting less and less important, so the idea is to use the description, which has more power than even tags in this case, for your overall YouTube SEO. Alright, so let me explain you the process how you can make all of that happen. Obviously, as you can see here in the Morning Fame Keyword Research tool, the number 4 Optimize tab, I am optimizing my video for the target search term how to rank YouTube videos on Google. So that is the main target search term, and all the metadata that we add to it evolves around it. But during the research process, as you know, if you want to find out the one search term that you want to target with your video, then you probably have a few more options that you could optimize your video around as well. But you choose one best search term that you finally choose as your one target search term. But then the other options that you had before, those are great ideas to add into the description. So my recommendation for the process would be you start with your title first. Like you can see here, the target search term should go into the title because it's most important for this video, as well as, of course, the title has the most weight in terms of YouTube SEO. And then the next step would not be to write the description, but instead first start with your tags. Because the idea here, let's scroll down to the tags section. We add all the different search terms that we uncovered that are related to the topic of the video. You have your main target search term, but there are many more search terms that people might be using in order to find a video like you are currently planning. So those additional search terms can go into the tags section. As you can see here, very related, all about how to rank YouTube video on Google and so on. So this way, once you have your tags filled out, you have a list of search terms that you can use for the next step doing the subscription. Alright, so let's go up to the description section. Here I use now as the next step the highlight tags feature, and it now automatically underlines in pink those search terms that we also have in the text section that are used in the description as well. So here you see the underlines as well: rank YouTube videos on Google, rank videos on Google, and morning fame. All those search terms that I have here are part of the description as well. Of course, it's very fancy to have these pink underlines to really see which search terms you ingrained into the description. Obviously, you don't really need a tool for that. Just think about the search term list, which you could apply to the description, and then write the description in a human readable way, like you can see here, which then includes those search terms. Here, for example, with a simple extra step, we are able to rank videos on Google in addition to YouTube and thus get even more views. That is a very human readable text. Most people won't even recognize that there is a search term in that sentence. But since we are also signaling YouTube with these search terms where it should rank our videos, well, this is the perfect way to go. And you can see here below in the preview with the pink underlines, rank videos on Google is ingrained into the description. Job well done. With that, you're applying really advanced SEO, by the way, but don't do it too much. If you have this target search terms and a few other related search terms in the description as well, the target search term goes into the title, of course. With that, you apply very advanced YouTube SEO. But I have to say, don't do it too much, because you don't have to now start to use all the different search terms that you can think of and try to cram them into the description. It's enough if you put your target search term into the title as well as description and enrich the description furthermore with a few more related search terms. That's all you need to do, because the YouTube search algorithm works in a way as soon as it understands the topic of your video, it is able to rank your video to many related search terms, even though you don't have them in the description, title, or even tags. It can do the last mile by itself. It is thinking in terms of search terms, and if you give it some of them, then it will be able to make the connections and start ranking your video everywhere where it is a proper fit for what people are searching for. So the additional search terms, pick a few that are in your research, some that you could have optimized your video for as a main target search term as well, and ingrain them into the video description like I just explained. So that is very optimized SEO, but let's take a little bit a step back, because we always think about these search terms. Where can we put them? Which one can we target? How much competition they have and all that stuff, right? Titles, description, tags. But what are those search terms? You have heard about evergreen content, right? Content, things that people continue to search for many years. For example, how to grow on YouTube. They will be searching in 10 years even. So these search terms that we talk about are in itself evergreen terms. Questions that people ask all the time. But we don't always just answer questions that people ask all the time, right? There is one particular distinction between evergreen content and other content that we could use SEO as well. And that other content where we apply SEO as well is trending topics. And here the SEO is very similar, but in terms of the search terms, there is a big difference. And that I want to talk to you about in the next episode of this series. If it's not out yet, subscribe here and ring the bell. Otherwise, here you go. See you over there. Cheers, my friends.